Recording in progress.
Good morning, traders. This is Rose with Bullish Bears team. All right. Let me move things around a little bit. All right, so quick audio and video check. Can you guys hear me and see my charts clearly? So let me know. Russ. Very good. Okay. FOMC today. Well. All right, let's see. Wednesday, it's 8:30. International trading goods came out. New home sales, 10 o'clock. Big deal. So we need to watch that. Then if you're trading oil, we got 10:30 a.m. And then we have 2 o'clock, big news. After the new home sales, possibly around 11 o'clock, we're probably going to go into a tight trading range. And that's going to last through a couple of hours, pretty sure. And we know the drill. So it's, just don't trade. Just do something else. And then we will come back at 2 o'clock. Now, I'm not supposed to be on. I haven't decided whether or not I want to come back and trade it. I got work to do. So I'm going to try to finish up early today. And then maybe 2 o'clock come back. I'm going to try. I'm not promising. But I cannot stay no later than 11 a.m. I have to be turn it off sharp. And I give myself a couple of hours to work on my jewelry orders, and then I will come back if I can finish all of that, because I gotta mail stuff and I haven't mailed. If I have time, that'll come in and I'll just announce, yeah, let's do the FOMC, because it's going to be a big one. And FOMC is like a couple of $1,000s in the bag, right? So let's hope. I'm not promising. All depends on if I can finish my orders. Let's see. And then the 2:30, Powell is going to start speaking. It's tough because I think they're trying to replace Powell as well. So there's a lot going on. Anyway, so it's tomorrow, durable goods 8:30, GDP 8:30, jobless claims 8:30. I mean, it's like a monster 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Then pending home sales, not a big deal. But still, if you want to pay attention, I don't trade natural gas, so we don't need to worry about the rest of the, some bill auctions are happening, but I don't think we need to worry about them. Friday is important. All of this jobless claims is going to affect the personal income and outlay and employment situation. I'm sorry, it's not employment situation, sorry. Employment cost index is no big deal, but the consumer sentiment will make a role. If you're trading oil, remember, oil market ends around 2:30, so Baker Hughes rig count on Friday is a big deal also. That moves the oil market. Not as big as today's inventory report, but still Friday, that could move before the close. So keep an eye on that. And let's go through what happened yesterday. Well, here is yesterday's start. But first of all, we opened up, down here, and I said that this is the daily. We would open around the 50% of this big, bull reversal. We actually ended up opening a little bit like down here. You see that 33%, and then we just went up, right? So we opened. I'm sorry, we opened here, and I think I don't know, did we go up? And I can't gather my thoughts. But to be honest with you, I did not expect to go above it so quickly. Tried, but it really did try, but it ended up coming down. Now, market is in a trading range. Obviously, we know that already. I don't have to keep repeating this, right? We are going to go up and test these lows. You see this low right here? That is the December 2. And this is the December, I don't know, 16, 17. Yeah, so we're going to test these lows, but it's going to take a while to get there. So this kind of created early profit taking for bears, but this right here was a great area to sell for them. But again, what are we right now? So it's a 43. Oops, sorry. It's 44.0350. 44.0350. We're right back up. Okay, so somewhere around here and back to here again. So now we could end up coming back down, okay, a little bit. But if we're gonna go up, these are the areas I'm interested. So I want to see. Well, let me get rid of this. This is no longer important. I want to see bulls get above the 100 minus 100%, and then the test of these lows. But there are sellers waiting here, and market wants to sell again. Okay, but right now I'm watching to see what's going to happen around this area. We're down here, right around here. Okay, goal is to activate buy orders and reverse it up. I don't think we're going to have a big reversal. So today we could have a rally at the open, possible, only to go into a trading range. So we'll see how we open up. But right now I have 3 push wedge, and it's spike, pullback, and channel, so that we could end up going up and test these highs. And that's what they're trying to do on the 2-minute chart, as you can see. Okay, so you see 1, 2, and 3, 1 pullback, 2 pullback, and 3rd push. So these areas are target for bulls. Okay. And then we're probably going to get sellers wanting to sell from there. Now, before it goes up, it could come back down a little bit. But if it creates a micro double bottom on the 2-minute chart, it's going to try to go up there. So yesterday, we opened right here. Okay, we opened right there. And it was a doji bar, obviously. So, and I said, I want to wait for the second bar. Buyers above failed to go further up, so it was imminent that we were going to test the low of bar 1, and we did. So we started coming down, and we had 1 pullback, 2 pullback. So it's a parabolic, not parabolic, but it's a very tight bear channel. So if you guys remember, I said we're going to get rejected, and we did. But what happened there? We did not come back down. Normally, I expect these lows to be tested, but bar 12 happened. So when bar 12 happened, we had a V-shaped reversal. Now we're testing the high. Okay, so we're testing right there. So that tells me we're having this V-shape. So big down, kind of a big up. Look at the bars. So that creates a confusion. Confusion means trading range. So you found the 50% of that. And, you expect this until we either break down or we break up. So I was bear biased yesterday, but bar 12 and bar 9 kind of try to put the market back on to always in long. Bar 15 did a good job, this bull bar, But the problem is these highs made it very difficult. So now you have a parabolic channel, okay, wedge, right? Look at it's very, I mean, it's steep, but it's very, very visible, okay? See that? You see the wedge. When you see the wedge forming visibly, but yet it's in a very climactic channel, that's a parabolic, okay? So if you're seeing a wedge, but just like here, okay, that's one pullback, two pullback, but it's not really defined as the parabolic one. That's a climactic, okay? So you won't get deep pullbacks from the climactic one because the pullbacks are very tight. You're having a hard time seeing it. But the parabolic is a little bit more defined, and the parabolic you get better defined pullbacks. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Now, you see right here, I warned you guys that bulls are probably going to get out under that bar. The quick pullback, they started to sell underneath bar 16, and then that's the limit order. Stop orders are underneath 17, and then they sold it with two legs. All right, so the two legs ended right there, right? So right around there, which is a demand zone. And then went back up. Strong bull bar to bar 22. So then bears tried selling again because that is a micro supply zone. Bar 24 is the signal and trigger. And it sells down, but look what's happening. You got 1, 2, 3, another wedge with a double bottom. So what's going on with bears? Well, they're not really able to come down here, are they? So what's happening is that they're getting trapped, right? I mean, look at this here. If you start to count from here, you got a leg 1 and a leg 2, and then trap, double bottom. So, or look at this, right? You got two-legged move, and they're trapping. Look at that. Bulls are trapping the bears. Especially here, it was so very defined. The trap was so defined well. In fact, they tried it for the third time. Look at this. Double bottom, and it just goes right. And at that point, you're in a triangle, and you're seeing the triangle is not breaking down. Instead, it actually broke out. So these are the targets. Okay? So now you have bar 48. So basically, you enter, see this breakout? Bar 46 broke that little structure and it came back down. And then no second bear bar after bar 47. You can buy. You could just buy here, put a stop underneath 46 or underneath that bar. I mean, stop is literally a couple of ticks, basically. That's all you're doing. Okay, or you can enter, here's the first entry, here's the second entry. You can enter above the 44, your stop goes below the 44. Then you're looking for a 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. But based on what they've done, since this was a trading range, this is the open, okay? Open of the day and the low of the day. You measure from the open of the day to the low of the day. Sorry about that. I should be using this. That's not it. You have from the open of the day, since this is a trading range, that's what open of the day and the low of the day is very important. You project it up, okay? That is the measured move target from this bull breakout from the trading range. Look at that. With that bars, they actually took the profits and went up. So if you didn't know, you could have gone conservative. There's the trading range, right? So breakout happened there. That would be your stop. Okay, that's the conservative target. All right. Or if you want to take the entire range from the top, but look at those wicks. I don't like them. I don't want to. I'm just going to take from the top of the one, and I'm going to take the low of the day. And that is basically the, full, but we never reached there because we also made a very parabolic wedge there, and then we ended up coming down. Now, I explained in the Discord that why did we come down here? This was no surprise, because when market is in a trading range, it goes up, okay, and there's still enough time. It's finishing up a couple of objectives. It's finishing up a measured move. It closed this gap, okay. It's hitting an area of interest, so you expect from that area of interest, okay, some kind of reversal. It's finishing up 1, pullback 2, pullback 3 wedge, okay. But we had some problems with institutions not being able to test this low during the morning, okay. And these areas right here, bar 42, bar 26, and bar 8 areas became magnet, okay. These are basically failed mitigations, right? So there's an order block here. They tested the top of the order block, but they could not take their entire money. The price needed to come down here. Now, there is the order block, but again, they couldn't come down here and take the fully. So this whole area becomes a magnet, right? Or you could say, look, we have a trading range. I'm going to measure the entire trading range. Okay, you can measure it from from top of here all the way to down. 50% was there, but you don't measure that way. You measured from the open of the day to the low of the day, okay? And sorry about that. That's for the up. Basically, you measure from all the way to top of the day. That's your entire day range, okay? And then you expect the 50% pullback if there's enough time during the day before the close, okay? Between 4 and 4:45, 5 o'clock, whatever. And they did come down all the way here, and then that was it. So the day ended there, okay? So after hours, we were in a channel. Well, we did actually hit that area, that mitigation area, okay? Look at that, tested it. So they took their money from there. That means this is left. So we could still come down here, okay, in the near future, like this area. So you might want to mark that on a maybe higher time frame. And that is the low of yesterday is important now. So that area immediately bounced the price, okay, and then it went into Asia session, ended up being in a tight trading range, which that's what it does. Then the breakout came in the London Open.
Order filled.
With a quick dip below the prior lows, okay, and then found buyers and went right back up. So the Asia session broke out to the bull targets, okay. So now I'm going to measure the London session. That's the mid-Asia. So let's take that. And then right there. Okay, so this is Asia mid. It's a magnet for price. Could act as a support. Why is this sticking? Hold on. All right, so we do have 1, 2, 3 push, but it's actually kind of it's distributing at the moment. Okay, so if we do close below 66, we're gonna come down to the London 50% session, 50% mid London possibly. But if we do not, then we're gonna break out. But so the 66 is very important.
Order filled
at the moment. Now look what happened to the 2-minute chart. At the open, I said we would go and test these areas. We actually did, but immediately came back down. So they're selling, and I did say sellers are waiting here. Be careful. So I was doing all that talk. If I wasn't talking, I would have had a sell order, and I would have probably sold this already, and probably added another contract here, and scalped it out and had a runner. But so I've already told you guys that. And let's see. 10 o'clock. So waiting for that. I do have it's a balance zone. I see it on the 5-minute chart. We tested the Globex high, so I mean not at the open, but so the Globex, we really didn't test the Globex high. We have a Globex high. We're close to the Globex highs. Chances are bulls are trying to get above it. There's a fresh point of control area sitting right there, so we could test that as well. Right now it looks like distributing, but it could be also bull flat. Okay. Okay, so if we do not break, if we could break below it and make a double bottom and go up and break out from there. Right now we dipped below these lows, so this could be a trap for bears who are trying to sell it, and then without coming down further, we could continue to go up. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit, but let me show you guys that it's right here. Actually, this one I would be more interested, but you can take this one as well if you're interested. Let's take that one since it's close. Let me take that. This one is a lot better. Why? Because you see, I think I'm changing my mind because the double bottom and double top is a lot more defined here, so I'm going to take that one. Okay, so that seems to be the one that they're all responding well enough. So I'm going to measure that. Okay. Hold on, let me make this a little bigger. I can barely see. Take the whole thing. So give or take, this is your extended region, and you have your trap zone right there. All right, so that's the lower trap zone. We did break out, quickly test the for shallow target. Now, how this bar closes, very important. In a tight trading range here. So that's what's happening right now. Bulls failed to take the first target, so it came down swinging, okay? Now, if we do break below that doji, bull doji, we need to close up bear bar underneath minus 2340 to continue down the minus 6180. We're still in the trap zone. Bulls are still trying to trap the bears here. Okay, so let me get rid of these. All right, ATR is a little bit more manageable, I think, today. I say that, and it turns out it's 21 on the RTH. It's about 9 point on the ETH. So I take that back. Good morning, George.
21. I'm showing almost 30. Yep, it's over 30 now.
Okay, so now we gapped up. Okay, so gapped up means indecision. Several things.
Looks like
generally I take it as where yesterday's close and where the price is, gap up also from the EMA and certain highs. So We tested
I'm
yesterday's
gonna wait for
high,
another opportunity to
but
see if I
we don't have a
figured
bull
out
close yet. But we
how
don't
to
look
do
at bar
my
1 and bar
stop
2.
loss take
So bar
profit with a
2
runner.
is not a
'Cause
continuation bear bar.
obviously on
That
that
makes it
last
less
trade,
bearish
which was on the aggressive
than what it
side,
looks like,
I
really.
missed.
Yes, bar 1 is
So.
strong. So bar 2 is still a doji. It's getting some kind of continuation, but it is not that bearish. So be careful there, because it may not sell. Okay, so, and we do have a micro double bottom. That's a double bottom. This is a micro double bottom, 2 and 3 lows at the moment, but the bar 3 hasn't closed really. I can't really call it, but so first entry bulls on the 2-minute chart. Bulls want a second entry. All right, so
All right, all the
we're
alerts are
closer to
turned
the
back
Globex
on.
high. They're looking for buyers, and I cannot buy this, but bar 3 is trying to become a high one. It's low. It's not lower than bar 2's low, and if it's high, goes above bar 2 high, that becomes high one, but it's just not set up that way right now. Bears are trying to get from the highs low one, which they got it, but it's a really terrible sell signal. So those who actually sold with a stop order underneath bar 1 kind of made money. So if you actually measure 97.75, one tick below 97.50, they need to take a 1 point minimum scalp. That's 96.50, but it needs to hit 96.25 to be able to get.
I suspect that today, because of the FOMC meeting this afternoon, that we're going to stay in a pretty tight range.
To 95,
not going to be much to do
94.25. So this was a really good scalp for bears. So that was successful. So that
this will probably be a fairly short video then.
They want a second entry.
Because I'm not going to sit here for a whole long time. I may go do something else for the rest of the morning, then come back this afternoon and see what happens.
Below bar 2 with a nice bear body to trigger that sell. Are you following?
We'll see where we're at about 10 o'clock.
All right, so Brandon's got a silly question. What are the RTH of? Does it start? No, crude doesn't start at 9:30. I think it starts 8:30 a.m. So it's different, and it ends around 2:30 p.m. I'm not sure. I haven't traded oil a long time, but you can find if you go to templates. I think the crude oil is somewhere here. I don't know, somewhere here that could help. CMA. No, that's Globex. No, wait. No, wait. What is NEMEX? Duh. Right. So that's metals.
It's gonna,
energy, I think.
Trend's gonna end. It's gonna range here.
Considered energy? I don't really use it, but that's one of those, I think. Maybe it is. So you just open that up and take a look. But it's 8:30 to 2:30, I believe. So where's the second sell? We don't know yet. It's not there. So now they're trying to sell above this bar. So it's just not clear. Bulls are trying to get above the high of yesterday. And if that bar closes above high of yesterday, that's an important milestone for bulls as early as open. That means many bears was trying to sell with a second entry will get out. If they're holding a contract here, they're going to get out because bulls want to test the highs now. They want to test the open of the day, tick price. And they want to close that bar. And that's what I said, we could rally at the open and then go into a trading range. So we do have a nice double bottom here, and you now have a second entry bulls. And we have a bar closed above 10 EMA and a second one, so they're trying to test these highs now. But remember, 10 EMA is not above the directional 34 EMA.
If you're paying any attention to the background, I'm watching on the other computer, Rose,
at the 10 EMAs waiting.
In her live
And
trade
if
session.
It does pull back to the 10 EMA. By the
candles that she's talking about, she uses a 5-minute chart
you're going to get a bigger,
on NT8,
much bigger
which
bull bars.
I don't like that platform.
Here.
So that's a little different than the 3-minute chart that I've got running up that you can see here on trading.
That high of yesterday, above high of yesterday, bull close, and they want to reverse it back down to the EMAs and close this gap. That's what they want. And they also want sell this bar 2 highs. That becomes low 1 now. Okay, so this wouldn't be a low 1. If they do sell the bar 2 highs, that becomes a low 1. Under bar 1 was the first entry sell. We didn't get a second entry. So this bar needs to close bearish with an upper wick. And the body needs to close somewhere around here minimum to create the low 1. You cannot sell that as is. If you're going to sell it, maybe 2 points above bar 1, sellers could be waiting. But remember, that's with the regular ATRs. ATR is almost 20 points. Okay, so they could actually breach a lot higher. What's this? Oh, let me get rid of this. We don't need this one. So goal is to get above the open of the day tick price. That makes market a lot more bullish. And you can see on the 30-minute Globex chart, because we're so close to the Globex high, this is what the bulls want. They want to test above it and close above it and become even more bullish. So we could continue to go up to 44.1925. If we do get above 44.1920, you might want to take profit at 44.1925. This could continue to go up to the 44.2325 and 44.2625.
Above the opening range.
And this is that
maybe we're going to come back up here and test the
that I talked about.
The daily
now,
SMA at 200.
They do close the spot. Now we have a breakout. What do? You can measure the measured move. Where? Open of the day to, open of the day to the low of the day, which is bar 3, and then get a projected target that way. Or this is if you get this. We got this in a larger way right here. Although we didn't get above it right away, but we're now above this high. So this is where the bulls are trying to go. Or you could say, no, I'm going to take this, but look at the breakout. There's no breakout there. You see that? If you measure from the high of bar 1, there's no breakout. And that's why you start from the open of the bar day to the low of the day currently. I don't think this will be the low of the day, but you never know. This is your measured move, 1-to-1.
Yeah, looking for
but now
opposing forces.
Bulls really need to prevent this pullback.
Why not to go long
going
here
all
with
the way
this
down
algo
here
buy signal that keeps
close
popping.
the bar somewhere here.
Yeah, that 200
as
SMA
weak
is
as
big.
possible, bearish,
the long breakout line.
And then go up.
Supply
so
zone.
I told you guys to take profit at 1925. Hope you did, because look where it tagged. It didn't 1925 to the tick.
Well, with our indicators here are not
I'm
not
a
all
little
green.
scared of myself. So there you have it.
We're not
Did
going
anybody
into a
take
trade.
profit? 1925, like I said, you need to pay yourself so that you wouldn't be stuck in this. Good.
Price is in the cloud.
Good.
Not a very big cloud,
Excellent.
pretty shallow.
Good. So here we go. So if you do have a runner,
yeah, we're getting there. It's my turn.
$100 on an MES, that's wicked. That's pretty cool.
I don't think I'd want to go long until we get above this.
44.32.50 is where they're trying to go to.
What's above there?
Now on the
long
balance
zone,
target 1,
target 2.
we're in the trap zone. Okay, so all the way up to the all the way up to the 111.40% is still trap zone. We could get a rejection right there. The next target was 23.25. So we could test the 23.25, take profit there also because we're testing certain highs. But really the goal is
breakout
26.25.
Brackets just fired
32.50. So
but again,
take profit
at 200 SMA. That's
23.25.
That's a big one to bust through.
Let's see if we can make it actually right there.
It tried earlier today a couple of times, early in the morning, and it's rejected each time. So
23.25.
I'm not real anxious
let's see if we can get
to
the
go long here just
23.25.
yet.
Since I sound like what I'm talking, I know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna put it there because I'm that good. 23.25. Come on, go get it, boys. Can they make it? Ooh, the suspension. Yes, target met. Next is 26.25. You gotta take profit at 26.25.
And there we
go.
go.
You gotta take profit. We just tested, I think. Did we? That's it. We just met. So now 32.50 is the measured move. Who's holding? Who's printing Benjamins other than Nadine? Nadine is like, hello, here I am. So this is that rally I talked about, and good job, Bulls. 32.50 is target. But they will be front running there, so be careful with that. Now, if they want to overshoot this, the next target is actually
could have done a little bit more aggressive entry and made some money here, but oh well.
It could overshoot to 35.25. You kept the runners. MTV kept the runner. Well, we
she's talking about 32.25 up
That's
there
important
as a target.
If MTV keeps the runner,
3 points
we need to
away.
celebrate that. Whoa! Unstoppable 2K already? What the heck, man? Alright. Check your message. I'm sending you my mailing address. I accept check. Cash. Just written as cash. Don't put my name on it. So I don't have to pay taxes. Alright. I'd like to get my cut from that, please. Just kidding. $2K, you're done, dude. Just get out. Just get the hell out of my trading room. You're done. Stick a fork in this guy. He is done. Turn him over. $2K. Oh my goodness. You're done. Go find something else to do. Go exercise. Oh my god. This is great. Good for you. That's insane. getting in the mood. That's the front running right there, but it should get up there. Sophisticated.
All right. I turned off the mic for a bit because of her music that she was playing. YouTube will hit me with a copyright violation if they catch that, which they usually do. So price is back
so
down below the 200 SMA again.
Yeah, the video
I
was
kind of
funny.
figured that's a tough point.
Yes, it is. I do agree. It's one of our classics, right? We grew up with that. Oh, Nadine, no, you're not. Okay, so I do have more bull targets up there, but 3250 is still the target. 3035, also target, and we haven't gotten to that yet, but we're probably going to get above it. Now, in order to go to these targets, bulls need to close a bar above the Globex side. Failing to close, that will be bad news. Okay, so watch that Globex chart, because if we do fail, that could create a big problem for bulls. All right, so now there could be limit order sellers right underneath this bar on the 2-minute chart. Okay, so if they do get in, that could create a second leg down.
Yeah, market's looking really bullish.
I was wondering. I just totally
88% of the S&P 100 is advancing.
That's one of the reasons why people just got out quickly. But since we have these targets, we might reach them very quickly. Okay? Especially if this ends up going all the way to high and breaches the high, there will be no entry for bears. But some machines selling, but I think we're going to go up. We have targets there. See, those are the machines that they just sold and got filled. Now, if they cannot find sellers, we could still go back up, and they're not finding any sellers. Just like I said. So let's see if this bar now closes up here. We're gonna keep going up. But let's see here.
Kind of interesting comparing what Rose thinks versus what B4 is telling me, because the brackets with the short signal price is just above the red line.
$32.50 is still the target. Above is overshoot, but it is the target. $35.25. It's a fib level that I measured. Now on the balance down, well, we are breaking out, so that means this 32 is target. Am I behind? I am behind. My price is behind again. Jeez. No, I'm not. Sorry about that. I am not. Am I? I can't keep up. Am I behind?
Yep.
Looks like I am.
There's her target.
Are you kidding me with this?
Coincides with my
Yeah,
trend
I am
line
behind.
there.
So let me fix this. I noticed that when I jumped in, I didn't get filled right away. So, hang on. Um, uh, yeah, so that target met. I'm just trying to reconnect.
Interesting, interesting.
Might have fixed it. I don't know. 32, 30, 31, 25. I can't keep up. No, I think I'm good. I think. No. I am behind. This is ridiculous. Alright, hold on. Let's go to this one. I hate when this happens. I don't know why it's happening. This aggravates me. Oh, let me close this. Okay, back to normal. Alright, this one's better. So, looks like there's something happening on that. Yeah, it's that same. It's gotta be that indicator for volume profile I'm using is the problem. It's always the problem.
Nice move. Too bad I'm missing it. That's what I get for being chicken.
So this is that. But it's working now, so I don't know what the heck. So I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna remove that from
this
the
hasn't
chart.
turned. It's still telling me neutral. Price way up here above the cloud like this.
Okay, we're back. So did we meet my targets? Well, let's check it out. The 40 point is the next. 39 point begins at 37.50. 38.50 is the target. Still 38.50. I'm gonna have to do that work again. Now, this is the 60-minute chart. We're bullish. I do have on the 60-minute, let me show you. So I have, it's right here, but let me add a little bit more days. Okay, I do have a supply zone. See this right here? I'll take the whole area. But that's a lot more than that, actually. This whole base. Take. This should do it.
irritating. She's really good
well, it's getting
at
dangerous
trading here, but
right
very
now
accurate at times with
for
her
bulls
predictions.
at the moment.
But yeah, she is
Now,
irritating.
the reason being, I don't know if I shared this with you a while back. I don't know if you actually found it, but is this the, let me see. Yeah, so right here we had,
So we've got trend exhaustion,
okay, that double
the
top,
trend
double bottom,
reversal,
this
that is.
area create this enormous
Heading
amount
back
of
down to the
sell-off. So
200
this right
SMA.
here, okay, is the balance zone.
Still bullish down here.
I want to show you guys something here.
Come down here and bounce.
Still in play. Since it's small, I'm going to take 200%. Okay, so pay attention where the 1 hour chart is rejected, right at the trap zone. See it? And this is the lower trap zone. Now, what happened was they sold right here immediately. Okay, came down to all of these targets, then went back up. When something sells from a balance zone, it'll get rejected right at where it broke down, and it got rejected right there again. But now it goes back up. Look where the initial rejection is. They got above the 50% of the initial balance zone. That should be green. So the goal is to now get to the 123.40, and it could. We got a supply zone up here. So look where the supply zone and the actual target is. So this is where the bulls are trying to go. Now, because we broke up,
indicator holds after candle
so we do have a rally at the open. Chances are they're going to keep pushing until it goes into some kind of trading range, or it could go into a trading range now. We'll see. Well, this is not accurate. I need to fix that.
I'm going to show you, this is what Rose is talking about here. On her 1 hour chart, this was the area up in here that she was talking about where they sold, and that now we're coming back up into it. And so just thought I'd give you a quick glance into
Did we
what
close
she's
the
doing
bar?
there.
Yeah, we do have a bull bar above the Globex high, so if this bar closes above that, we're going to keep going up. But they really need to test the 111.40 level and breach at least. So right now they're getting rejection, and it's normal to get this rejection because there is no bar closing above the 66%. So we need a bar above the 66% first.
Coming back down to the demand
and this is the
zone
hourly, by the way. Okay, so you see that this hour is an outside up bar, so it got a continuation, but this acted as trap zone. So it briefly trapped the bulls there. Now, if bears cannot close this bar bearish, bulls are going to try to push further more up. The goal is to get here. So we have a high of day, we have a low of day, and it's, I mean, we have a breakout. You could take that, or you could take this. I'm gonna take that. So bears want to test one tick below 1575. wasn't that interested. All this is happening because bar 7 is a mother bar. We're stuck in its range right now. So measure that. And then of course the news didn't really help. This was basically the news scandal, and then now it's coming down, but it did, I think, got my, did it get my, yep. So 35.25 was my target. We went above it, so it filled everybody. We couldn't get to the TP40 yet. That was a bit of a stretch, but that was my final target. So you should have at least taken profit at 35.25. Was it 35.25 or 36.25? I don't remember. It's on the other workspace. All right, so we're testing the breakout test level.
I think this is the news that she's talking about here. This trade balance missed pretty bad. Then you got home sales that came in pretty good. So, but that could be affecting things.
Market is looking for buyers, pulling back to 20 EMA. It's bull setup.
Came back down, touched the top of the opening range.
Possible wedge, bar 1 high, bar 7 high, so we could push another leg up.
Suspicious of this signal.
We'll see. This is too much of a deep pullback though. This bar 9 is way too big.
Coming back down to the cloud, maybe you're going to touch the
see that trap right there?
B here, this yellow line.
No bar closes above 66,
just
so this is not good
top
for
of the Bollinger
bulls.
Band.
And there is the 3 push top, 1, 2, and 3. So it wants to come all the way down here. Can they do it? They already tested. They tested the pullback and then try to go up and
in
fail
the cloud,
here.
almost
so
through it.
This could trap the bears, that bar. It's testing the 50% of this big pin bar right now. I'm not really worried about this, to be honest with you. I don't think it will dump. But remember, it's 10 o'clock and it's FOMC day, so it's looking for some kind of trading range to form.
Yeah. Depending on where you want to pick for a starting point.
All right, now you have 3 bear bars. So that's, if this bar closes bearish, and if it closes on its low, you're going to expect a couple of sideways bars. This is done now. Bulls failed to buy it, so just get rid of it. We're probably going to get another leg to the 20 EMA now. All right, so then I would not worry about that. I would remove that 40-point zone. We've gotten so close, but we did not finish the job. So now the mother bar broke down. I assumed you guys already measured that because you know what to do. So now they're taking profits, okay? 160, 180. But there's still 3 minutes. If this bar closes mid or low levels, there could be more, maybe a couple of sideways bars and a quick pullback and a second leg down.
Let's look at 5 minutes for a second just to kind of get an idea what she's talking about here.
I'm looking at the Globex charts. There's still 12 minutes for the SPAR to close. If they can close the SPAR up here suddenly, then the bears are going to be done. And this is why I'm just not, I don't know. I don't want to sell, to be honest with you. I didn't sell this.
Changes the clouds. Yeah, let's go back to our 3 minute.
I want to remove this. You should have that measurement on your own chart. I want to see how the bears are going to be able to close the SPAR. Because I want to see bulls continue this up and get me that third push. Now this looks like you have the third push. First pullback, second pullback, maybe third, but I don't think that is the third push. So I didn't sell it.
Let's draw our line here.
Because it's the reaction to news. So we could resume the bull trend if bulls can get their act together and close this bar weak as possible, or maybe even bullish in 10 minutes on the 30-minute chart. So now there was a 2-bar combo sell, and this one of the bars closed extremely low, so you could just sell the close, grab a point, and you would have a runner, and you would have made money with multiple contracts.
Yeah, it's possible.
Now, look what's happening
Yeah,
here.
it's possible.
That is, I mean, bears did a good job testing the breakout level. Okay, but the problem here is that that bar did not close below the breakout level, and now the second bar didn't. So you see why I did not want to sell. And they couldn't close a third bar bearish. That was, if they did, I would have waited for those pullback bars and then would sell with a second leg. But the third bar didn't close bullish, and bearish, and it closed them bullish above the breakout test. So no way. And I'm glad I didn't sell.
And we're still neutral down here. Playing with the zone.
I like to see bulls testing the highs. Okay. There's sellers waiting here at the bar 9 high and the this area, so be careful. Okay, so that could, if this is a 3 push top, it could create a lower high double top, and then it could sell down. That could be possible. So because bar 10 is a small body and a larger wick, they're testing the 50% to see if there are buyers there. And it is a high one. So you do not buy above that right away. The bar itself, it's not qualified. A pin bar like that, chances are they're going to test the 50%. If they're going to want to buy it, that's where they're going to buy with a limit order. They're not going to buy above, one tick above. It's not strong, bullish enough. Okay? So you have to assess the quality of the bar before you jump in. They can still buy it, and they did. So if you actually measure that bar, but they need to close this bar now, bullish. So if you measure it, see the 50% buyers right there. 50%. So now they need to close this bar above the breakout test level, 44.16, in order to go further up. If they cannot do that, I'm not interested in buying. I'm going to wait for a second entry, high 2 setup. Because this bear move is still trying to get that second leg down. Now, if they go and test the bar 10 low, that's still a second leg, and they can suddenly come down to here, maybe even test the low of bar 3. So it is possible that they could. But so I'm flat. I haven't done anything because I don't like what's going on the Globex chart. This move needed a second leg down, and you can see pull back. They're trying to get that second leg. If we do get a double bottom, they're going to try to take it over. Bulls are going to try to take it over. But if we do breach bar 10 low, we're still in the second leg. It could still continue to come down. So the bulls lost it. They couldn't find decent buyers around 50%. What I do generally when I see a bar like 10, I wait for a 50% pullback and see where this bar, testing the 50% of that pin bar, where is it going to close? If it closes up somewhere here, that's great. I would look for a bull bar going above it. Then I would buy with a wick down here. That's a higher low, strong bull close. I would buy it. I don't have that set up, so I'm not going to buy it. But I also didn't sell either, but they're going to sell this one now.
Down we go.
So now you're in your second leg. So if they do close below high of yesterday, it could continue to come down to the key level, which is the 20 EMA. So this is good for the bears now. And you have a slight head and shoulders pattern here, which I don't really care for. But that's what it is. If you're looking for a reason, that's also a reason pattern. But patterns are never perfect, and they can trick you into doing things that then you shouldn't be doing. So stick to the 2 legs, and there you have it. Second leg is now reaching. So I didn't sell it. Too bad. If I wasn't talking, I would have joined and probably sold towards the 20 EMA, maybe even underneath the bar 3 low test. But now we have a clear trading range. And that could put us into, a trading range plus triangle until 2 p.m. Okay, so we can go up here, come back here, go up here, come back here. So be careful. If we do break down, go back, and FOMC could be a bear day. Now, FOMC, hold on, guys. is just...
Well, maybe to make any money, I got to be a little more aggressive. Kind of like what I did earlier this morning, twice.
All right, so these are your FOMC templates. If you're new here, print them out when you have time today, and then go through them. These days, I mean, one of them is gonna repeat this one of the price action. All right, so I generally have the prior day, the FOMC day, and then the follow through the next day price action on the charts. If I don't, the dates are on the chart. You can go back in time and take a look at on your own charts and have your own template. But you should be able to find a similar price action that we're having with yesterday and today. And that's the one that we're gonna repeat, possibly, but we'll see.
Let's draw some more pretty lines here.
All right, so
Oh, there's sell or below.
okay, so we are testing now.
Thought about doing a resting
we went above,
order, but
we came down. So here's my problem.
I'm still playing cautious.
Bulls really messed this up. So here's the open. I'm gonna take from.
Here.
I'm sorry. So this is the target, and we did come very, very close to it. So I just measured from the open of the day to the high of the day. I'm not adding the spread. So it's 43.89. Magnet is right here. We can continue to come down a little bit. So I'll add the spread. There you go. So one tick. But 43.88.75, we could come down still. So that's the target. Now here, I don't like to do that, but the low of bar 12 was 91. So there was a 2-point front running. I don't believe we've met the target yet. So magnet is right here, 1 hour EMA. They're trying to pull down to it. And we should be able to test that. So 43.82 on the ETH chart. RTH chart is 86.75. A little bit below. We could overshoot it because the ATR is big. Okay, so the measured move target met, but we should continue down and tag that moving average.
Too slow, James. Too slow.
Bad for the bulls.
That's what
we
your
now
problem
are
is.
Clearly in a trading range. Okay. Now, here's my problem. This isn't a triangle now. So earlier what I said, we made a new low. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this because this is done. You see how I measured it? If price opens here and in couple of bars, if we go test the bar 1's high and then the bar 1's low, okay, that's how you measure from the high of day to the open of the day, and that's your target.
Maybe it's a good thing you're too slow.
Okay, no one's going to teach you this. So you may not, I mean, maybe one person would teach you that, who I've learned from. So here you go. Now what do we got here? Who's going to tell me what we have here? We went first above the bar 1, now below the bar 2. What kind of pattern do we have? Let's see. Let me test your knowledge. You should know by just looking at it. Alexander said, I know. I'm going to answer. Inverse cup? Well, yes, that's a cup. But no. let me actually, it's a bigger one. Look at this. It's a triangle, but what kind of triangle? It's an expanding triangle, right? So if you actually measure from here, so we could end up coming down here. Believe it or not. It's a bit of a problematic one, but we could end up coming down here if they can close the bar underneath the EMA, the 1 hour EMA. Megaphone, yep, that's another megaphone. Yep, thank you guys. Expanding triangle, yep, thank you. But this expanding triangle has been happening since yesterday. I guess I should say it. I'm gonna take that. See, I don't really like that. Maybe I can take this. Give or take, something like this, okay? So where's your apex? Apex is right here, okay? We can end up coming down. Right there. Let me focus on this a little bit more. This is not really ideal, but I'll take that bar 14. Or you can take this. Seriously, girl, I'll get it together.
Here,
I think that's better.
We'd have done something like
so
this.
You can take that also.
Where are we at here?
In fact, you can take
points.
these highs like that. That's an overshoot, came down.
Wow. I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Okay. So now I need to redo the apex. Apex is right there-ish. Not really is there. Maybe there.
Probably connect the dots a little more.
That's the apex. Okay. So these are going to play a major role during FOMC, these lines. Just trying to find. They failed to test it, and it just went right back up. So we could end up coming down here. We'll see how this goes. If you take this, but if you want to have a smaller, then you can take that. Okay, but just take the most obvious one. Take this one. So FOMC could bring us all the way down here because look, we got 1, 2, 3 touches upward. We have nothing. I don't know. This is what I'm seeing. You don't even need this, but this right here is an area of interest. We had a break out, right? This area. You don't even need this. Get rid of them. You don't need. I'm just showing you what's happening. Right? So this area of interest, as tight as possible, right there. We could end up coming down to, and that's where that apex is. Okay, so I mean, market already slowed down. Have you noticed?
But
bears are in charge right now.
To 2 o'clock.
Not really in charge, but they're trying to
coming up here in just a half
come down
hour.
and test the 200 EMA and lower. 200 EMA is at 84.75 or 84.50.
Probably not going to have nothing exciting between now and then.
Let's see if they can push this a little bit further down. Bulls want a micro double bottom at the 1 hour EMA with the bar 13 low, and if they do get it, your neckline and buy orders are stacking up right now, one tick above the bar 13 high. So just wait for this bar 14 to close and give you some kind of closure. Well, the reason why I said the bears are in charge, I'm look at the higher time frame bar. So that right there got a continuation. And this is also spike pullback. So they did test the pullback portion of this spike pullback and channel, right? So they did come down and test that doji low. So basically this is what they tested. Now bears want to close bars below it and continue to come down. I don't think they will be able to do that, but you never know. Okay, so if they can't, bulls can take it over. So that's why I'm looking for some kind of micro double bottom with bar 13 low. I like to see. We're testing the prior lows on the 2-minute chart. Could be a trap for bears. Okay. So you see this? If we do get a bull bar above this midpoint, I'm going to look for a quick pullback and I can buy that. All right. So this is an institutional way of getting ready to buy. We're testing a prior low after selling with 2 legs. Now watch this right here, this doji bar on the 2-minute chart. We need to get above it. So we need something like this. So we're going to go above. If we do, wait for a bar to come down with a doji, test this 44.01, and then if it closes bullish, buy it, get in. Your stop goes underneath here as close as possible, but not right now. It's too early to get in. Okay, because it could continue to come down. It hasn't set up yet. I'm just telling you guys, this is the institutional, could be the institutional setup, but bears want a double top bear flag, so that's what they're doing. That's why you would not jump in right away. That's why that 44.01 is a major criteria. I didn't enter. So this is right now double top bear flag. So I don't have a good double bottom. But look at the 30-minute bar, still struggling to go beyond the spike pullback channel, pullback level 92.50. It's a good sign for bulls. And this is how I know, how I forecast that I might be able to enter as a bull and go test the supply zone above, which I would love to sell right there. Okay. And then there's one also above. Right there. When the price gets here, I would love to hold it as long. And then when it gets there, I want to sell with a couple of legs down. So right now, I don't have it set up to buy yet, so I'm not going to. Because we could continue to come down, okay, further down to these levels. Because although there's a breakout, you see this measured move, this is also a measured move. Okay, but it's not a good breakdown. See, I didn't put this on the chart for that reason alone. Now, what is that reason? You see any bodies breaking below the 93.25 up until bar 14? No, bar 12 failed, bar 13 failed, so this is not a good breakdown to get this kind of measured move. Okay, struggling. So I'm not going to use this unless I see a huge bear bar closing underneath the 1 hour EMA. So therefore, I'm still thinking I could buy this if it sets up the way I want it. Yes, bar 13 is a mother bar, Russ. could actually end up coming down 91, 25, 10, 81, 81, 80 area. 43.80 we could end up coming down to. Which is below the 200 EMA on the ETA charts. But I need to see a bar closing below 91 or 91. Yep, 91. If they do close a bear bar below 91, we could end up coming down to 81, 80 area. ATR is 1179, so I'm just, sorry, that's 12. So just about maybe 43.80, 43.79 we could test. Okay, I sold it and I took a point and I'm trying to get that runner at, let me do this math right. So 81, 10, 91, 79. 43.79 is possible. We could pull back to 43.79. So I'm selling. I have one contract. Okay. I am selling. And left one contract left. I literally jumped in with 10 contracts, scalped 9 contracts, 1 point. Now I have a runner running and I want to get paid with this one. I'm gonna park this on around 79. See if I can get that. ATR is now 13, so I'm gonna make it 78. But that's just too much. I'm gonna leave it at 79. See if I can get that filled. If ATR goes down, I will fix that target. Yeah, ATR went down, so I'm gonna go back to 80. But I should get filled at 80. It'll probably go beyond 80. So if you're selling, please stick to your guns. Hold on. ATR is 1160, 1150. So it's still 80 or 79 is doable. I'm gonna move my stop to my break-even plus, just in case this suddenly just goes right back up. But look at the bar's opening. Look at the bar 16, the way it opened, it gapped down. So it needs to come down a little bit further. So I'm still gunning for 43.80. I want to go flat. Oh, come on now, don't just put back. I hate when that happens. That 200 EMA is the problem because bar 15 low and the bar 16 are now resting on top of the 200 EMA. And that's the reason why it's going up. So I think I'm not gonna make money with my runner, but I'm also not gonna lose any money. Oh well. I mean, I'm still $250 in green. So let's hope that this bar fails and this continues down. ATR is now 1235. So we're probably gonna test 79. It's like, go down. Go down. All right, so now my last contract is 350. It's really sell to close. It's just that 200 EMA is holding the price, making it difficult for bulls. I'm sorry, bears. But if my math is correct, we should test the 70, 80 or 79, even with a front running. So I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I'm gonna hold my ground. Suki. 43.80. That's where I'm gonna take my money, but you can hold it to 79 if you like, but don't hate me if it doesn't tag. So, oh man, he just came so close. Darn. 3 ticks above my target, it bounces. Just give me my money. Give me my money. 80, come on, fill me. I want that extra $500. Come on. Who's holding? Anyone's holding? Are you with me? Are you with me? Come on, you jerks. Don't. Jerks being the bulls, not you guys. I want that money. Oh, crap. It's going up to my break-even plus target. I'm not going to lose any money, but it would be really nice to make that extra 500. You know, I need a Gucci bag. Mama needs a Gucci bag. Give me the money. Yes, hold. Don't go up, please. But look what's happening here. We need the third push down. This can go way beyond the 79. You see this? We need another push and then go back up. But, of course, they're just playing with my emotions. That 200 EMA is still holding. Like, they need to close this body underneath and then go down a little bit further. So, I'm going to see how patient I am. It's a good test for me. I mean, this is risk off. There's nothing for me to worry about. Even if it doesn't go my way. So, I make a point out of this run. It's not a tick, so I moved it like 4 ticks underneath my break-even entry. It would be sad to see if my stop gets hit, but it's going up. It's gonna hit me now. Fudge. You gotta be kidding me. Don't do that. Oh, stop failed. I got kicked out. Dun, dun. Oh well. You know, I can't win all the time. So, but it was a good one. I need a new computer. Well, computer is fine. I think it's my workspace is the problem. And I need to upgrade to lifetime license. Ninja. That's what I need to do. Now, this is probably going to continue down to that target. It's just pulling back up for the third push and final push down. Oh well, that was a good run, but I'll take it. Alright, so now that didn't happen, and that ended up being a bear flag. Okay, fine. So now, let me get rid of this. That's the first entry, bulls. I need a second entry. But I don't have a 3 push yet, so this could come down further. We'll see. How do you determine to cut for a profit or let it come back and your stop get hit when it was so close? Well, first of all, let's take a look at here. Okay, on the 5-minute chart. We had a double top, and this bar right here moved underneath the close of bar 14. Bar 14 closed low. So I know now that we're going to grind down. Okay, so I sold it. and I sold it with multiple contracts, and I grabbed the point and let the runner run. And when it moved down to a certain low, I said, okay, you know what? It has a potential of going back up. I should have kept my stop either up here or up here, but I moved it to the entry level, okay? Because I just didn't want to deal. I didn't want to give back from what I made. So I kept it there, and that's why I got kicked out. But if I actually properly positioned my stop here, this pullback would not have hurt me, okay? But I got a 1 point out of that, which is fine. Now I can enter again if this bar closes here bearish. I can enter again, but I think it's too late to enter. I don't want to. I mean, I'm already $725, so I don't care to enter. But if you do, you want to see a bear bar close around here. That could push a little bit further before going back up. But right now you have two bull bars. Bar 16 closed on its mid. Bulls want bar 17 to close on its high. That would be the 2-bar reversal, okay? And buyers above the bar 16 entered. So that's why I just don't want to sell right now. I need to see this bar failing. To me, when I enter, okay, you're entering low, all right? So think about it this way. If you take the entire day range, Clara, like from here to, at that point it was there, right? So now only take a look at this. I'm sorry. Only take a look, or here, never mind. Take the entire day's range from here to there, right? So we were here at that time. None of this happened. And then get the 50%, give or take, the 50% is right there. This is premium price, okay? This is discounted price. Because I'm selling at a discounted price, okay, because the bulls are failing, I see continuation. So, but, you know, how far can it continue? I don't know. So therefore, I take that 1 point, no matter what. I'm going to pay myself that 1 point.
End this right here.
That's why I got into with 10 contracts.
And I'll
I
be
just
back.
very quickly because 10 contracts.
Be back around 2 o'clock when FOMC starts. Until then, I'm going to take a break.
So I paid myself that $500